I'm going to be showing you how to turn a few of these ingredients that you'll have around, I'm guessing, because it's Halloween: pumpkin, vegetable stock, some Oatly vegan creme fraiche, a few pumpkin seeds, roasted garlic and a sweet potato. Beautiful, simple ingredients, and they are going to look like this. So the first thing you want to do is take your pumpkin and your sweet potato and place them onto your trivet in your pressure cooker. I'm going to move this to one side so I can prepare the rest of my bits and bobs. While we're waiting for our sweet potato and pumpkin to cook, we're going to pop half a red onion and a garlic clove chopped in half like this one's been into the oven on about 180 for about 15 minutes, but just look for when the garlic sort of has achieved this golden brown, and then they'll be ready to pop out, which I'll show you when they're ready. Another job we can do while we're waiting is to get our stock cube. I'm using one of the vegan Knorr vegetable stocks. It's a new pack, as you can see. So just take one of these, crumble it directly into the saucepan. Just gonna give it a good crumb up into the saucepan there, and we're going to add 450 millilitres of boiling water to the pot, and then we're going to give this a good mix until it's all dissolved in, and then we'll be adding just the required amount of stock to get the consistency for the soup we require. There we go. So this is 450 ml of boiling water, as I said we'd be doing. Let's get that in there and give it a good stir. So our garlic and onion are now ready. The first thing that we're going to be adding into the blender, just get it in the light for you there. It's wilted a little bit in the heat in the studio. It's about 10 to 15 leaves of fresh basil. Just use this for an example. So when the garlic comes out, once it's roasted like this, all you have to do is squeeze and pull on the pieces of garlic, and as you can see, they come out really easy, and they have like a lovely toffee caramelized sort of texture, and the taste, the bitterness has gone. Just peel them away from their shells and pop them in. So I'm going to do that with that whole clove of garlic, and then we'll grab our onion as well, and I'll be back with you. So here's our lovely roasted onion. This again will add flavour, and it will soften the onion's natural sort of spiciness, making it much more smooth and rounded flavour to match everything else in this dish. So we've got a few moments yet before the rest of our ingredients are ready. The pumpkin and the sweet potato are rocking away in the background. I don't know whether you can hear them. I use this in a lot of my recipes. Thank goodness for Oatly, creating such awesome ingredients for us vegan chefs. So I'm just I'm going to add all of this, apart from a little tiny bit there. You'll see that I've left a little bit in that, and that's because we're going to make a nice little drizzle just to give the soup that sort of restaurant look. So I wasn't going to start this just yet, but as we've got a few minutes until our other ingredients are ready, I'm just going to show you very quickly how to do this. If you've watched my channel before, you'll be no stranger on how I make my drizzle for these videos. So there you go, we just put the rest of the Oatly Creme Fraiche in. Use whatever coconut milk or you know, whatever you've got around. Oat milk's fine. I do actually prefer using coconut or soy for my drizzle. Sometimes you'll want a really neutral flavour, and soy is quite good for that, as is the oat milk. Soy is probably the better actually out of all of those. Let's just make sure we don't shake this all over the studio. That's happened before. Give it a shake, and there we go. We've got a lovely nice thick mixture, as you can see there, that shouldn't separate too easily but can be made to look quite pretty. Really simple, not having to add extra ingredients and stuff to make something off like this. These bottles can be bought really cheaply on Amazon, and if you're into your soups and you like making things look pretty, you know, this is a good way to go. I'll leave links in the description below, so if you want to make yourself some fancy looking soups, you'll be able to find the tools to do so. So we're just going to add some nutritional yeast, 3 teaspoonfuls of nutritional yeast, just to give it that sort of cheesy, salty flavour profile that we all love. We're going to put 2 teaspoonfuls of mild red, nice red chilli powder, and that's because if you don't do this, it doesn't look pumpkiny enough, and it really adds to the flavour as well. I get mine, this particular one I get from Sainsbury's, and it's got like a nice smoky sort of oak flavour and taste to it, which I absolutely love. Right, and we're going to put a good sprinkle of dried parsley in there. So I'm going to go and get the sweet potato and the pumpkin, and I'm going to show you that quickly, and then we're in the final stages. All we've really got to do then is heat it up and dress it. That there looks good. Sorry for the camera bumping around. I didn't plan the shots out. I'm actually working in my new studio, so things will improve. Please hit the like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff, because it will really help us out here at VGASM. Got a new baby on the way, so they're gonna need feeding, and if you, whatever you decide to do, if you choose to subscribe or like or share the video, any of that will really go towards helping feed our new baby. So trying my best to get just the seeds. Some of you might be wondering why I do this afterwards instead of before. It really doesn't matter, but these items do come out much easier. So we're not actually going to add that until it's cooled down. I just want to show you, those of you that noticed that I'd already scored the potato, when you do them in the pressure cooker and steam them, if you score them in the middle, you can just literally peel the skin away. So easy. And we're going to drop that into the mixer in a sec. So Gonna give it maybe 5-10 minutes, guys, for this to cool down, and then we'll crack on. Okay, so the pumpkin and the sweet potato are ready. My trivet on the pressure cooker that I've got isn't very good, and it did fall down into the water, so the pumpkin has ended up a little bit moister, is that even a word, than I would like, but it's fine. I've drained it as well as I can. It'll be absolutely fine. We are going to be adding water, as I said before, so if this happens to you, don't even worry about it. And the sweet potato is beautifully cooked, so let's get this into our blender. There goes the sweet potato, and that's all of the pumpkin. Right, let's pop the lid on, make sure it's down properly. Gonna open the little window up so you guys can watch. Let's get this all blended up. Actually, let's pull that into the shot a little bit more for you guys. Okay, to get to that stage, it's taken us about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. I'm just going to take my spatula, my silicone spatula, and I'm just looking to see if there are any obvious lumps. Squeegee the sides down to make sure that we've got all our herbs and spices incorporated. Then I'm going to give it another 1 minute to 1.5 minutes, because we're looking for this to be really smooth. But as you can see, do you remember me saying if you wanted to make yourself some baby food at this consistency here, this would be perfect baby food, and it tastes absolutely incredible too. That's absolutely brilliant. My poor pumpkin devil face, or whatever you want to call it, has been absolutely trashed, but I'm not going to worry about that because we're in the final stages now. We've just got to pop this onto the hob, add some stock, and then serve. So let's get on with it. So this isn't very cold, so it's not going to take long for this to warm through, but this is an essential stage. You see at the moment, that is a very, very thick soup. I think the technical term for a thick soup is a chowder. Correct me if I'm wrong, if that's not the correct terminology, please let me know. So I'm just giving a, let's turn that down a little fraction. Just make sure you keep stirring the bottom with the silicone spatula. I was just giving this a little stir. So we're going to add about 1/2 cup of the stock. Let's give that a little stir. Very careful. If you don't want a ton of cleaning up to do, once you've got that little bit of water in there, it creates like a weird slurry that it splashes everywhere, is what I'm trying to say. So we're looking for consistency. Now we're just trying to get that exact consistency change that we're looking for. Yeah, we're not there yet, so we're going to add about another 1/2 cup. And we're going to continue to stir that in. So this step is just going to take 2 or 3 minutes, but it's really worth it because we end up with a beautiful, creamy, succulent, what are the other adjectives I'm looking for to describe it. Who knows? You can really smell the basil and the garlic and the onion. Just such a perfect soup for a cold autumn evening. There we go, that's starting to get there. I'm going to add about another half a cup. So we've used about half of our stock that was available. The thing is, guys, the reason we do a whole cube in like 400 odd mil of water is because sometimes your half a pumpkin's bigger, sometimes your sweet potato's bigger, and that will change the amount of water, stock that you use to get the right consistency for a soup. Right, I think we're there. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit, continue to stir, especially with a thick, hearty soup like this. If you don't continue to stir, you will end up burning your beautiful soup, and nobody likes burnt soup. You can't get rid of the taste of it. So I can feel that that's simmering nicely. We've just gone over the edge. Oh. Such a beautifully natural flavour. Not hugely overpowering in any sense of the word. Just right. Just. Lovely. A lot of these soups are either bland and lifeless, or they're on the other spectrum and they're just a little bit too much. Grab my tasting spoon. Right, I'm going to add a little pepper. Just one good pinch, really. That was a couple of poor man's pinches. So let's get that in now. So you can always add spices. You'll notice that I haven't added any salt at all to this dish. I haven't checked, but I would imagine that the stock cube has already got salt added to it. Now you can add salt if you like, but you know, salt rusts iron, and there's a lot of iron in the human body, so you do you. Final taste. Perfect. Right, let me get this cleaned away and we'll dish up. Oh, just fantastic, beautiful, good, honest food without all the crap that you get when you buy commercial stuff. Oh, I can't wait. Can't wait to get this all dressed up. So here are some seeded bread crouton eyes, a nose, and a really bad mouth, because I've got a really bad mouth. So there's dish number one for the kids, and we're just going to use our spoon just to get a nice sort of swirl look on top of the soup, and we're going to take some, these are black sesame seeds, but we're not going to do them first because I'm forgetting myself. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're going to do some arty-farty. So we're going to do some dots like that. There we go. Thank you, chopstick. And now we're gonna go in with some. These are just black sesame seeds. You can usually get them from your Indian grocer, your local Indian shop. They usually do these. And there we go. So yeah, that's it really. Nothing left to do but to give it a taste. I'll tell you what I'm going to do though, guys. I'm going to take it from the saucepan because I've got to do the beauty shots. Oh, this soup's so incredible. Please give it a try. If you haven't already, hit the like and the subscribe button. There will be a ton of new vegan recipes hitting the channel on a regular basis. I've just finished building this new studio and I can't wait to share my knowledge of food, and hopefully I can inspire you to make these beautiful recipes.